It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis score. What a snap. This is what an ace looks like.
And tagged out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Dmac_LA. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers smoked the Snakes. They demolished the Dbacks. They win by a score of 13-0. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They beat up on a bad team. They should have taken all 3 games. They take 2 out of 3, get the series win. Their record is now 64-43, still 3 games back from the Giants in the NL West, and the offensive explosion continue. The hits kept coming after yesterday's offensive outpouring. You saw A.J. Pollock. He was fantastic again. 4 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, extends his hitting streak to 11 games. Julio Urias, he gets his major league leading 13th win, so congratulations to the Urias. But let me know where you're rocking with us. Give me those city, zip codes, area codes. The first show we've done since the Big Max Scherzer trade. Give me one word to describe how you felt when the Dodgers made the trade for Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, who might end up being the bigger impact player in the long run. But let me know where you're rocking with us, guys. Give me those city, zip codes, area codes. Give me all that good stuff. But welcome to the show. Let's go Dodgers, ladies and gentlemen. Our hitters are back, and what a difference it makes. I mean, yes, it is the AA, AAA, quadruple A Arizona Diamondbacks, but look, these are major league players they're going up against, and the Dodgers, they need a team like this. They could just go in and dominate when the bats were just very, very quiet. You saw in San Francisco they struggled. You saw early on in this series, but they did come alive, and I thought that one of the big sparks today was getting Mr. MLB back, Marcus Lynn Betts. He goes 2 for 5, has the single, has the home run there late, and give Mookie Betts credit right there off Holiday getting that big, make him pay for that big home for throwing that position player out there. I know Tony La Russa is probably out there shedding a tear that someone would take a home run cut off a position player pitching in a 12-run lead. But hey, you got to make him play. But here we go. Hey, D-Mac, what up, Jose Altuve? Hopefully you get booed mercilessly the next on Tuesday and Wednesday. But hey, thanks for rocking with us. I just messed with you. Hit that like button from Daniel Lawrence. What up, Daniel Lawrence? We got what up, Don Kim? What up, D-Mac? Was today the closest to a full lineup we've had since who knows when? I mean, it really felt really good. Anytime you have Seager and Betts back in that lineup, that's always going to feel good. And then you had Pujols, who had a big impact today with that bases clearing double in the third. A.J. Pollock, 4 for 5. A.J. Pollock, look, if it weren't for Joey Votto and Manny Machado, I think A.J. Pollock would win the National League Player of the Month. I mean, his last 23 games, he has an OPS of 1,081, 5 home runs, 8 doubles. He has been phenomenal. He's always been good in the month of July. Let's just hope that he stays healthy and continues to rake, because Pollo is red hot, hotter than the devil's armpit. Could practically fry an egg off him at this point. Hey, Doug. Hey, Emilio Pineda over on YouTube. We got 13 runs. Julio, 13 wins. That's from Joe Correo. I like that. 13. Not an unlucky number today for the Dodgers. My man, AJ. Deborah Young, yes, you can come in here and you can take your victory lap if you want when it comes to AJ Pollock, because you've been about that AJ life for a long time now, and you get a lot of credit, man. I mean, you get a lot of credit, Deborah, because he is playing great right now. Him and Chris Taylor have really almost quietly, as far as the national media goes, has almost been quietly carried this team all season long. And they've been in that lineup day in and day out, doing it and getting the job done. You love to see it. Anthony, now this is the Dodgers team that I've missed. Yeah, I mean, this is really, look, I mean, it would be nice if we could play the Diamondbacks 162 games a year, but that's not the case. Actually, look, you don't want to play the Diamondbacks 162 games a year because you want better competition But this is what this team is capable of. And when I say that, I mean a team that has elite pitching. I mean, give the bullpen credit today. They were efficient, throwing strikes. You didn't see all the walks like we saw on Friday night. And the offense, they were just spectacular once again. Yesterday, the offense, they were really good, but not 13 runs good. Yesterday, the offense, they got 8 runs on 16 hits. Today, the Dodgers, they end up with 13 runs on 14 hits. So that's a lot of hits, 30 hits in 2 days. Here we go. Yo, D-Mac, happy Sunday, my dude. Happy Sunday, my man Anthony Keene. You don't even need your zip code. I know you're up in the Bay Area representing, but really the Bay Area is not the Trey area. That is going to be Los Angeles with Mr. Trey Turner. I'm very excited to see in Dodger Blue whenever he's ready to roll. From the 559, Anthony, the 209, Donnie Sexbag. Yes, I did just read your username, and it's cracked me up. Tuesday, the cheaters are – whoops, got a little pop-up there. Tuesday, the cheaters come to town. Let's sweep them and take the season series against those punks. You get a finish it for that. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. We're going to put out lots of stuff about the Astros series. We'll be going live for both days. And then Monday, you got the flagship show from the senior editors, Brooke Smith and Mr. Clint Pacias over on the Blue Heaven podcast. So they're going to get you all hyped tomorrow for Tuesday and Wednesday's action. And then you got Wednesday, Mad Max making his Dodgers debut against the hated Astros. I'm telling you, this is the most anticipated regular season Dodgers game in my lifetime. Other than Jackie Robinson's debut, that was the most anticipated game ever, really postseason, regular season, as far as anticipation goes. And then you got this game coming up. It's going to be a big deal at Dodger Stadium. It is going to be an electric atmosphere. You're going to hear the loudest boos you've ever heard in the history of boos. It's like going to be like the Boo Hall of Fame. I can't wait to see it. I know Dodger fans have been waiting a long time. Until I see Altuve, Bregman, and Correa on the field, until I see those guys on the field active, I'm going to have a little bit of worry that they'll find a way to, I don't know, send those guys back to Houston or do something. But we'll see. The Snakes got snake bit. I like that, Ruben, over on Facebook. We still didn't pick up a game on SF. Jorge Perez, yes, as much as it feels good to win these last two, we did miss a golden opportunity on Friday with the Astros winning up in San Francisco. And the Giants, they continue to win. I mean, that's really impressive. One of the best teams in the American League for the Giants to go in there and take 2 of 3. Chris Bryant hit a home run today. So, look, as much as we think the Giants are going to go away, they are going to really compete as hard as they can to try to hold off the Dodgers in the NL West. I think the Padres, it's so unfortunate what's happening with Fernando Tatis Jr. Chase Tingler saying that it's possible that that he'll have that surgery. And look, I mean, that's Jace Tingler saying it. So if it happens, I mean, that would just be really a devastating blow for baseball fans everywhere. The last thing you want to see is Fernando Tatis Jr. not in that lineup. He's such a big deal for the sport. Between him and Shohei Ohtani, 2 of the most important players in the game right now, you can't afford to lose them because he's important for the growth of this game. And anything that grows this game, I'm all about. So elated. So this is your one-word answer to describe the trade of Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Craig Osterberg, my man. By the way, Craig Osterberg, don't think I haven't seen you commenting on Laker stuff, too. I know you're a diehard Laker fan. You're on the Laker YouTube beat as well, so I know you love your Lakers, too. But Craig Osterberg says, elated. It was surreal from 6 times champs over on YouTube. Nick says, trash days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I love that line. You got to get a finish him right there. Got to take out the trash on the trash throws. I'm loving it. Going to have to work in some banging sounds on this soundboard here. Bringing those cheating Astros from Patrick Gagne, Joe Correa, True Blue, the 602 since 59, Deborah Young, victorious, Michael Bennett, awesome job. Dodgers, Laura Perry, relieved and bleeding blue from Johnson City, Tennessee. Terry, how come the Dodgers score a lot of runs against the scrubs, but good teams, they suck? I mean, you've seen some better wins. I mean, when the Cubs came to town, they played better against them, and I think that you're going to see the Dodgers make a true statement against the Astros team. I mean, when you look at the record at the end of the year, that's going to regress to the mean a little bit. You'll see the Dodgers have some success against the Houston Astros. I mean, at least I hope. I mean, it's really lining up. When you look at the Dodgers, you got Buehler and you got Scherzer. So Scherzer might be some nerves. His first game in LA, that's a big spot against the Astros with 2 S's. I mean, that's going to be a lot of pressure on Max Scherzer, but as a guy who's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner, one of the best pitchers, not just of his generation, but of all time. That is how good he is. But look, I mean, the Dodgers, you can say what you want. They are, I think they're 500 against the Giants this year. You want to see them really have some more success against, have some more statement win series. So I agree with you 100%. And this is going to say a lot about this Dodger team. How do they go in and compete against this Astros team that, hey, this Astros team, the more you boo them, they're going to want to shut this Dodger crowd up. And the way you shut a Dodger crowd up is you get a lead. Because if the Astros come in and take a big lead midway through, they're able to get on top, that will silence those boos even just a little bit. So this team is going to be very motivated. They know the baseball world, the sports world is going to be tuned in on Tuesday and Wednesday night, and the Dodgers, they really have to go in and make a statement. So I agree with you 100% on that one. But we got Let's Go Dodgers from Fresno, California, Richard Reyes. Get one of these. How it goes, Doug, 559, awesome. What up, Masanori Kishihara over on YouTube. Hello from Fresno, California. San Diego in the house. Go Dodgers. Ruben. Hey, Ruben, I hope you're rocking your Dodger blue. And when you see those Padres fans, you could be like, hey, you thought you were getting Max Scherzer. Nope, didn't happen. Psych. Okay, it didn't happen. You got it. Rocking it from Anaheim from Mr. Music. Riverside 951. We got Ryan. Sweet Jesus, finally looked like the team we're used to seeing. Yep, Scherzer is a great acquisition from Michael. Mookie D, that's from Joe Correa. If you're talking about Mookie Betts, are you talking about Mookie Betts, the Gold Glove right fielder, or are you talking about Mookie Betts, the guy who could be a Gold Glove second baseman if he wanted to? And I think that's what you're referring to today, because he made a spectacular over-the-shoulder catch there in the bottom of the first inning. Ellis hit one to shallow left field, and he had the range, goes right over his shoulder. He makes the grab. It was like a Willie Mays light catch or something like that. I'm telling you, Mookie Betts would be a Pro Bowl slot receiver in the NFL. He's such an athlete. You put this guy anywhere on the diamond, he's going to find a way to make plays and make an impact on this game. Blue Heaven from 713 Missouri City from Rod Wells. Mookie's fantastic catch from Craig Osterberg. Yeah, next thing, who was your player of the game? I need those player of the games to be sure. Diane Schroeder, how's it going, Diane? Elated to have Scherzer, Duffy, and Turner. I know you are. You've been a big Scherzer fan a big fan of the possibility of him joining the Dodgers. I know you're very excited, Diane. Anthony Keene, repping the 310 in the SF Bay Area. Giants fans' worst nightmare. Anthony Keene holds it down for all of Dodgers Nation up in the Bay Area. And I know he's going to be, we got this. We got this, Anthony. We're coming for those Giants, and, we got this. AJ is on something right now. He is. And when you mean he's on something, he's on the baseball. He's getting on top of fastballs. And, you love what you're seeing from A.J. Pollock. I'm old enough to remember everyone out there saying that, Friedman was one of Pollock's L's. And, yes, did he struggle mightily when he went 11 strikeouts and 13 at-bats in the 2019 NLDS loss against the Washington Nationals? He did. But that was a very good Washington Nationals team who had, what's his name? Max Scherzer. And who's the other guy? Trey Turner. And Steven Strasburg that was out of his mind that series. Dodgers did get to Corbin in that one. But, look, the bottom line is he had a better postseason last year. Wasn't fantastic, but definitely a much better showing for Pollock last postseason. And I think this is the year where if he stays healthy, you see his confidence growing. And he's just on top of fastballs. And he's punishing mistakes. And today was another great example. 4 for 5. And it's not just all the slug, too. You're seeing just the hits, the singles. And, 8 doubles and 5 home runs in his last 23 games. A.J. Pollock has been spectacular. Mook Nuke, let's get it from Christian. Yeah, it was nice to see Mookie Betts. I think that's my other big takeaway, because if you remember Mookie Betts, before he went down with that hip injury, he had his best game of the year, really, as a hitter against the Rockies. And then to see him come off the IL and have success right away, I think that was so pivotal. 2 for 5 for Mookie Betts. They also had the walk and only 1 strikeout. So we've seen Mookie Betts this year, the strikeouts have been an issue, chasing stuff out of the zone, expanding that zone. Not the Mookie Betts that just is selective, doesn't swing at balls, doesn't swing at stuff outside the zone. And I think you have a locked-in Mookie Betts that, hey, Trey Turner is great. Max Scherzer is great. But getting Mookie Betts back is just as great because Mookie Betts is a top 5, not 5 player when he is on and when he's right. And I think that Mookie Betts, that hip doesn't seem to be an issue. After today, that averaged up to 272 after struggling at parts throughout this season. I mean, look, after seeing this hip injury, credit to Mookie Betts. He's the other guy that we'll see if he has off-season surgery on that hip as well. I think he's been battling stuff all season long, but I'm telling you, he's as tough as it gets. And Mookie Betts he'll do anything to get on that field and play baseball because he just loves the game. So yeah, that was a big development. So great point there. Diane Schroeder, Uncle Albert is getting hot. Yeah, Albert Pujols yesterday, and we saw even Friday night the clutch at bat to tie things up. And I mean, the way Albert Pujols, I think that is so important to have when you have a lot of young players and young players that are trying to hit bombs, trying to focus on launch angle, trying to focus on lifting. Albert Pujols just knows how to hit a baseball under any situation, any circumstance. Whether he wants to shorten that stroke a little bit, he knows how to get his bat on the baseball. And let me just tell you this, Albert Pujols isn't one of the best players of this generation, last 20, 30, 40 years. He's one of the top 5 to 10 greatest baseball players to ever play this sport. He is the legend of legends. The word living legend gets thrown around a lot, but Albert Pujols is a true living legend, and I don't care how many games we see him wearing Dodger blue, I still can't believe it. I'm not saying it's MVP 2011, peak prime Albert Pujols, but it is great to have him in there. You know the team. Just anytime he gets a hit, just look at that dugout. They all come to the stairs. They all enjoy it, and they all are rooting really hard for LA's Theo, and you just love to see it. So, you're great. And also, look, he's getting the job done. He's mashing lefties. He's also getting some hits against righties. So, you just love to see it, and Albert Pujols has really, really made an impact. And I remember everyone out there saying, oh, it was going to be nothing and this and that and da-da-da. Dude, Albert Pujols, he's 4 for his last 9 at-bats. He is his last 4 games, you're right, he is starting to heat up. 4 for his last 9 with that double. How about the steal? So Anthony Keene, it's going down Tuesday. Good test to see where we are really at. That's a great point, Anthony, because yes, we're playing the hated Astros. Yes, emotions are going to be running high, but bottom line, it is going to be a barometer to see where this team is at. With Corey Seager back, with Mookie Betts back in the lineup, is this the team that's going to take control of the NL West and start to make a run towards that back-to-back World Series title? And you're right. I think that above all, it's a great team. The Astros are a great team in the American League, and it's going to give the Dodgers a chance to see how they match up against one of the elite teams in Major League Baseball. And when you kind of look past all the Trastro asterisk cheating stuff, that really is something that we should really keep our eye on. Now we beat the A-Hos. Yeah, any Astros burn, guys, you're going to get to finish him because you guys bring that fire. You know it. Chris, is Price back in the bullpen now? Chris, I think ultimately that will be his landing spot. Of course, you saw Danny Duffy in there. We're looking at September for Danny Duffy, but Gonsolin, he struggled tremendously. Really, that was one of the main reasons why the bullpen was so taxed on Friday, and he was able to even make it to the 3rd inning. So one of those two, of course, the postseason rotation, really going to be going with that big 4 there with Kershaw, Buehler, Kershaw, Scherzer, and Urias. And then I know that Danny Duffy is open to embracing any role they need from him, and as a guy that can give you some length out of that Dodgers pen, that's going to be a premium. So excited to see that. Pumped. Good question. What's up, D-Mac? What up, Moose 1032? How you doing today? We got we don't run. That's why we got great win. What up, Ray Colazzo over on Periscope, my man. A great win to end the weekend and starting in August. Starting August on the right foot. Yeah, great point there. Yo, are you going to watch Max pitch on Wednesday? Because I am, Joshua. Of course I am. It's gonna be tough to get a wink of sleep the night before that one for sure. Where is Trey Turner? He's still in the COVID protocol, still dealing with that. Doesn't seem like it's serious. Imagine if we may not be able to catch the Giants. A 3-game lead. Their schedule, it gets pretty difficult. And look, the Dodgers I have to worry about the Dodgers. If the Dodgers play to their capabilities, the Dodgers will pass the Giants. It's not a scoreboard watching thing for LA because they're too talented their goal should be to finish with the best record in baseball, and to do that, they have to finish with a better record than the Giants at this point. But I'm telling you, the Dodgers, it's about getting healthy and playing good quality baseball on a day in and day out basis, and they know that when they're at full strength, there's no team out there that has more talent than the Los Angeles Dodgers. So 3 games, that's not insurmountable. That's a lead that can crumble, that the Dodgers can overcome within a week. So but like I said, it is going to be a very, 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 very trying week. The Dodgers have to find a way. The Astros are coming off losing 2 of 3 to the Giants. So the Astros are going to come in hungry just to win games. So we got Roger Kennard. I'm still recovering from the loss of our number 1 prospect catcher, Keibert Ruiz, and our number 2 prospect pitcher, Josiah Gray. Let's go Dodgers 2021. Roger, the Los Angeles Dodger. Look, Roger, we've talked on this show quite a bit. I kind of said this whole time that I didn't think that Friedman would be afraid to trade Keibert Ruiz if he thought that this team could win a World Series. But look, you get what you pay for. You had to give up something, and I wish him well. But Fernando Tatis Jr., what up, D-Mac? Hey, hope your shoulder feels better and heals up. We want to see you in these games. Let's see. Joe Correa, getting a lot of Trey out till next weekend, pound for pound. There you go. Turning in from Chernobyl, Ukraine. Wow, I like that. What up, oh my gosh. I really believe that, and then I saw who said it. My man Roach, always bringing the jokes. A live stream legend, that is Roach, a live stream Hall of Famer. I saw your Scott Van Slyke jersey on when I posted that thing on Dodgers Nation. That is clean, my man. Tio Albert, we got the Turner. Trey Turner's a 5-tool player when we get him in tow. Yeah, I mean, look, fastest player in the league. You're looking at 30.7 feet per second sprint speed. This is a guy that he wreaks havoc on the base pass. He can play infield, outfield. He's one of the best hitters, one of the best bat-to-ball skillsmen in the league. So I can't wait for Trey Turner. I hope they sign him long-term. I think they will sign him long-term. I don't think that Andrew Friedman is going to give up top prospects without the intention of wanting to bring him back. But look, by the time he hits free agency after next season, he's going to be a very expensive player. So we'll see how everything turns out. But let's focus right now on having him help us win the World Series. But Hannibal Lecter, sup, Doug? I just wanted to touch base right quick. Got to get back to the grill, LFG. What up, Hannibal Lecter? How you doing, my man? Go, hey, man, make me a hamburger and a hot dog, bro, on that grill. I know you're doing your thing, man. Here we go. We got Roach, I'll be at the game Tuesday. Can't wait. Man, you are a lucky one. How many of you guys out there are going to see the Trastros in person? Because, hey, man, look, practice your booze, man. Practice your booze tonight. Boo. Just, get some bass in it. Get as loud as you can. Hey, don't even talk to anyone for the next couple days. I want you to save all that voice for Tuesday and Wednesday. Boo the living hell out of the Houston Trastros. Don't forget, they stole a World Series. This should be a dynasty. The Dodgers should be talked about as a potential dynasty, having won 2 of the last 4 World Series. And the 2018 Red Sox, they also benefited from some cheating. Yes, it is a complicated situation considering their best player that year was the MVP Mookie Betts, but it wasn't as severe as the Astros, and by all accounts, it didn't exist in the postseason like it did with the Trastros. So don't forget. We'll never forget. I don't worry about that. But look, I'm telling you, the World Series, man, is precious, and they stole that. Urias holding it down for Mexico. Manny Valenzuela. Yeah, I thought that Urias was just sharp today. Look, I mean, Julio Urias, when he comes out focused and he throws strikes, he's going to be productive. And tonight, he gets the win. He's now 13-3 on the year. You can say what you want about wins and losses, and I get it. It's a very old-school stat at this point. But still cool with that Julio Urias leads the league in wins. Today, he goes 5 innings pitched, gives up 4 hits, had 7 punch-outs, and the big key, no walks. 83 pitches, 59 for strikes. Urias 12 for 19 on first pitch strikes. And got 13 swings and misses today. So, look, he's a guy that he is looking a lot better. I mean, he had some rough outings there, but Urias is really starting to look very sharp. Again, you kind of worry about that innings count, considering the most he had thrown. He had never thrown past 80 innings in the regular season before this year. And you're seeing at this point, he's already coming into today. He was at 124 2/3 innings. His previous high was 79 2/3 back in 2019. So Julio Urias, he looks like he can handle it though, and that's the most important thing. And yeah, you really can't say enough about Julio. I mean, he's just kind of like he's almost a silent assassin when you think about it. And he is, today he lowered that ERA down to 3.40. So I'm telling you, man, this is a guy that I mean, he's invaluable. He's invaluable to this Dodgers team's success because, look, depending on what happens, he's a guy that who knows how they're going to shuffle things. Can you see him as some lights-out guy that can come in and get you those final 7 outs like he did in Game 6 in the clincher against the Tampa Bay Rays in the 2020 World Series? Yes, you could see that. So if you look at Julio Urias, last three starts, including today, he's given up a grand total of 2 earned runs. So 2 earned runs for Urias in his last 3 starts. And then, look, at Colorado, gave those 4 earned runs. Even before that, only 1 earned run he gave up against the Marlins in Miami. Went 6 solid, get 1 earned run against the Nationals. So, look, ever since that rough outing against the San Diego Padres in San Diego on June 21st, Julio Urias has looked fantastic. He had a 2.3 ERA for the month of July. And, the Urias is an absolute G. But Ray Barsiemian, hey, Doug, what up? What up, Ray Barsiemian? We got why can't Roberts play one lineup 3 to 5 times a week so we build chemistry? Look, I mean, you've seen that more these days, to be honest with you. I mean, like, you're not seeing the platooning like we saw in 2017 and 2018 to that extent. You got guys that are 10 poles in the lineup, guys like Corey Seager, Justin Turner, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy. I mean, yeah, there's some guys down the line where you want to play the matchups, but I think that it's actually better if you like that style of baseball, which, look, when you have great players that can hit righties and lefties, I agree with you. You mess with that chemistry too much, and also you just mess with the rhythms of players. Guys going out there and, they find a hot streak, they get cold off the bench like we saw at times with Cody Bellinger, Jock Peterson back early in this run. So I agree with you, but I think that you're going to get your answer and that, save for the Pujols of the world, we'll see what happens with Cody Bellinger and Trey Turner, but those guys are going to be in the lineup, and I don't think you have to worry about the key players not being in that lineup based on matchups. We got Dodgers need to sign Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Hey, we'll see how it goes. Do you guys want to see that happen? Do you want to see an extension for Max Scherzer? Do you want to see him sign Trey Turner after next season? It's a little premature since we haven't even seen them play in a Dodger uniform, but hey, man, this is your show. I'm the man of the fan. We'll talk about what you guys want to talk about. Anthony G, what's up, D-Mac? I'll be there booing the Astros. Well, you misspelled Astros. You said A-S-S-T-R-O. I see what you did right there. Mad respect. And rooting for Scherzer on Wednesday, Anthony G. I want you to crush a michelada or a cold one for me and get some nachos, please. Hey, Doug, what's up? What up, man? Big new Mexican Dodger fan, Jose. We got go Dbacks versus Giants tomorrow. Yeah, pound for pound. I mean, jeez. Dbacks, get it together, man. Beat the Giants. Mike, we got. I'm going to SK on YouTube says I'm going on Wednesday. Let's get rowdy. Yes, the assholes. Some of your nicknames, guys. You can't keep a straight face reading your comments, but keep bringing that heat, like the oven door, as my man Jay-Z would say. Duffy not available until late August. Yeah, late August, early September. He's been dealing with that flexor strain on his throwing arm. And he's been on the IL twice because of it, but he has been fantastic in the 61 innings that he's pitched this year. So, look, Danny Duffy's a guy that's going to help this team out. And, if you guys haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Drop 2 videos on Danny Duffy. He'll tell you everything you want to know about the guy, how he can help the team. We were talking about Danny Duffy a little while ago. He was one of the guys I thought that the Dodgers would possibly pick up. Now, I can't sit here and say I predicted Max Scherzer because that would have been pretty bold. I thought about it, but I did think they would possibly end up with Duffy, and he had 182 ERA plus in 61 innings this year, and he has looked really, really solid. So, what happens? We got Diego Cartaya, Keibert Ruiz, SK. Diego Cartaya greater than signed Keibert Ruiz. I mean, that's what people say. I mean, we'll see if he continues to develop. I definitely would say that that's a take that could age well. It's about now. Definitely Padres was as they were with Tatis Jr. Get well soon, Tatis. Will the Dodgers face the Padres in the wild card? I mean, we'll see what the Padres do if they're able. I mean, I believe they lost yesterday, and who are they playing today? Let's see. So yeah, I mean, it's Padres need to just kind of focus on trying to get because they're slipping, man. I mean, that's 6.5 games back, and let's see here. And the Padres team, they really need to find a way to get. They won. Yeah, they won. They won today. It looks like they won today, but they lost 2 straight. My man, Bet and Co's over on YouTube. Thanks, my man. Hook it up with $14.99, man. I like that. I like that. Give me $14.99 for Modelo's. F the Astros, go Dodgers. I'm gonna get a 6-pack. I'm gonna get like a 12-pack, man. I can get a lot with that, man. So I'm definitely gonna crush on your behalf, man. I appreciate that. You the man, my man over on YouTube. Bet and Co's. Hopefully I didn't totally butcher your username, but I appreciate you, my dude. I like Turtles. I like Turtles and Dodgers winning the World Series. Do you see the Dodgers winning a championship from David? I definitely do. Looting start. We got no current format has them going the fourth position. They will play the 5th team. We got, will the Dodgers face the Padres in the wild card? I think the Dodgers are going to win the division. Now, when it comes to wild card series, I think that it kind of just depends on how you look at it. I think that there's going to be a lot of. I mean, it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race for sure for that spot. So you kind of just want to see how everything plays out. Me personally, I think the Padres will still hold on. I think it'll end up being most likely Padres Giants. The Reds, they didn't sell at the deadline. They're trying to make a push. The Cardinals, they're going to try to make a push, but they've already slipped. The Phillies, they made some big trades. They're slipping. Atlanta. So I still think at the end of the day, Cincinnati could make a push. They really don't have the pitching for it as far as the bullpen goes, but I think it still will be an NL West wild card. But I think it'll be the Giants versus the Padres. But I mean, if Fernando Tatis Jr. has to miss the rest of the season, that could change my opinion depending on how they play. Because look, the bottom line is the Padres, they play the Dodgers 9 more times. So that Dodgers could really decide who will not be playing that wild card game as well. I'm going ready to see Butane shove it. That's what I'm talking about. EMAC, we got CT3's on fire. We got boo. Nice swing, biatch. Boo. Darvish is shut down. Yeah, he's been terrible of late. Is he shut down because he's injured? Must have missed that. Imagine we had Bauer in May, SMH. Yeah, that ain't happening. Maybe next year, though. Will the Dodgers face the Padres in the wild? Dbacks sporting the size medium shirt. It's just it's actually an XL, sadly, but I'll fix it for you, man. Sometimes they ride up a little on me. CT's our star. CT3's been fantastic. What more can you say about him? Dodgers. So Fernando Tatis Jr. says Dodgers are trash. You guys agree with that? I would tend to disagree, especially when you consider the acquisitions that we just made. Urias, Gonson, and Duffy in the pen in October. I got my man MM Forever on YouTube hooking up with $4.99. Man, I can't thank you enough. There we go. What are the chances? I mean, any of that Bauer stuff, really, guys. I mean, all I have to say about that is just you got to let this play out and see what the Dodgers and MLB has. I don't have any inside knowledge, really, any opinions on that, other than you just kind of have to see what happens. But Bellinger needs. But as far as the rest of this year goes, I mean, the writing's on the wall. There's no way the Dodgers trade for Max Scherzer if they think they're going to get Bauer back. That's just unrealistic. So I think that if you're just being honest with yourself and you look at it from that standpoint, I like to bring the facts to the fight. You guys know I like to keep it real with you guys, keep it 100. And, yeah, if you looked at everything from this point, I just don't see the Dodgers making a trade for Max Scherzer if they thought that was a realistic possibility. Great win, LOL. Hey, Doug, what team are you most scared of, and what do you think when it comes to what team I think I'm most scared of when it comes to right now, in as far as to me, it's really got to be really no one. I mean, if I had to really pick one team, it would probably be, as far as their lineup goes, if their bullpen pans out, I really say the Chicago White Sox. I mean, they have an offense that can get it done. You got the win differential. The run differential. I think Tampa Bay is always a team you have to worry about, the way that Kevin Cash has some success and failures with his bullpen. But they're another team. I mean, they're going to lose Glass now, so that really kind of crosses them off. But then I would say probably Houston or Chicago as far as teams I think that that the Dodgers, look, I mean, say what you want, the Astros are terrible, but they still have a lot of talent on that team. I thought that if the Astros had made a bigger move for a starter, or even like if they had gotten Kimbrel, then I would really start to fear them. But really, there's no. I mean, I would have to just force myself to pick a team. If the Padres were at full strength, and Dinelson Lamet was at full strength, and Yu Darvish was at full strength, I would and Blake Snell was an absolute bust, which he's been. I would definitely say the San Diego Padres without question. But unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for San Diego this season. And I think that I mean, I'm not afraid of them. How would you guys answer that question? Who's the team that you fear the most for the Dodgers as far as matchup goes? Hey, Doug, we got Fernando always finding his way into the live stream. I know, Fernando, come on, man. Focus on rehabbing that shoulder because I wanted you to see you in that lineup. And Andrew S. that is not true at all. So I don't know where you believe in that. But thanks for wasting your time on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Life's short for that. If you take out the bottom 4 teams, we're under 500 according to announcers. Yeah, he is talented, but he blew it because I'd say the White Sox from Ari Swerdlow. Yeah, I mean the White Sox are a team that. Yeah, the White Sox are a team that. I mean they got Tony La Russa, kind of an old school style of manager. But look, I mean that was my preseason prediction. Was the White Sox versus the Dodgers? I thought it was going to be a 1959 rematch of the 59 World Series. But yeah, I mean they're a really good team. I mean you got Tim Anderson, Moncada, Abreu, Garcia. I mean, yeah, they're a team that is going to and, they're going to get they're a good team. There's no question about it. But we'll see how it plays out. No one, White Sox, and Padres. Giants are the scariest from Mrs. Penny 3. Pujols is the machine. Oh man. T. Turner over at Seager at shortstop. Padres could really. Brewers have a good staff. Yeah, the Brewers are a team that's decent. I mean, they're a team that has played the Dodgers tough. I mean, last year, Dodgers took care of them. I took Woodruff with my number 2 pick in my fantasy draft, so I was pretty happy about his success this year. Kind of struggled a little bit with after the crackdown on foreign substances, but he's gotten it together. So yeah, and then they're a team that's had a lot of success with their bullpen, and they've still got Josh Hader, who's been really good this year. He's a guy that he made the All-Star team. So yeah, they're a team that you probably they have some guys that they're really solid. Their offense doesn't really scare me. I mean that's the thing with them. I mean they really needed to beef up that offense. I think the Dodgers pitching staff can really handle them. Astros, they can hit. Why do you guys hate me for Tatis Jr.? No one hates you, man. Hate's a strong word. Fred Durst, LOL. I saw an update on that about Fred Durst. I used to, man, imagine if this hat was a red Yankees hat. It'd be like Fred Durst vibe. Did all for the nookie. We got Andrew Isley. Okay. Let's see. Let's break down this game a little bit, guys. So top of the first, Mookie Betts walked. Taylor struck out swinging. Turner fly to right. Then Pujols on a 3-2 pitch. He takes a walk to give the Dodgers runners on first and second with 2 outs. And then Seager struck out swinging and then jumped to the bottom of the second. So A.J. Pollock, he reaches on an infield single. Barnes walks. And then McKinney walks to load the bases for Mookie Betts. And then we saw that. And then after that, Urias pops out to short. And then, Urias pops short. And then Mookie Betts, he struck out swing on a slider for the second out. And then on a 3-2 count, Chris Taylor takes ball 4 inside to give the Dodgers their first run of the day. 1-0 Dodgers at that point. LA strikes first blood. And then JT reached on an infield single, scoring Barnes to make it 2-0 LA. That kept the bases loaded for Albert Pujols. And on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, the machine rips a double to left to clear the bases, making it 5-0 Dodgers. And then after that, Seager, he grounded to second. So Dodgers get 5 runs on 3 hits, including the big 3-run double from Albert Pujols. And, that was big. That was big right there. The second inning, just coming in there and just hitting the knockout blow early on. That was big for Urias and the pitching staff. What's up, D-Mac? Haven't been here in a while. What up, Oscar Garcia? Second inning was so long. It was very long. Giants pitching will get exposed in the postseason. Yeah, I mean, if you saw, look what we did to DeSclafani. You see Kevin Gausman, he hasn't looked sharp. He hasn't looked like that Cy Young contender that he looked like early in the year. Deborah Young, I hope this is the beginning of a long winning streak. AJ Pollock is hitting like Joe DiMaggio right now. He really is, Brady Barsamy. He's really on his game. And then jumping to the top of the fifth inning, Corey Seager doubled to deep center. So that was another big takeaway today, seeing Corey Seager get that extra base hit right there. And early on as the first batter in the top of the fifth, he crushes a sinker in the inner half right there, gets that double. Then A.J. Pollock, he flies to left. Then Austin Barnes, he reached on an infield single. And then give Billy McKinney some credit there. He singles to right, scoring Corey Seager and Austin Barnes made it to second, and that made it 6-0 Dodgers. So McKinney gets that RBI single right there, scoring Corey Seager. And then Urias hits that sac bunt. Yes, folks, hold the presses, sound the alarms. The Dodgers did a sacrifice bunt. He lays one down. And then Austin Barnes, he scored on a peacock wild pitch. McKinney advanced to third. That made it 7-0 LA in the top of the fifth inning. So, look, at that point, you say, okay, Dodgers up 7-0 against a bad team. You're feeling good about it. Then top of the seventh inning, McKinney struck out looking. Bickford struck out. Betts singled to left. Taylor doubled to left. And then Justin Turner, he smokes a home run. That makes it 11-0 Dodgers. So Justin Turner, another bomb, and he has been spectacular this year. I mean, what can you say about Justin Turner? This is a guy in his age 36 season, signs that 2-year deal with the Dodgers. It's another home run, his 20th of the year. Remember, his career high is 27 home runs. He's done that twice, once in 2019 and once in 2016. So hopefully he has a new career high. I'm hoping that he gets at least 30 at this point. JT equals clutch. Could Pujols land a starting spot? I think that, he's going to be what he is. You're going to see they're going to use Pujols like they have all season long. Occasional platoon splits against lefties. You're going to see him coming off the bench as a righty, and you're going to see him be Theo Albert to everyone in that dugout and in that clubhouse and continue to have that positive influence on everyone around him. And then jump into the top of the eighth, Corey Seager gets the leadoff walk, and then A.J. Pollock, he doubled to left center to score Seager to make it 12-0 Dodgers. And then the top of the ninth, Mookie hits a bomb off Holland, the position player. That made it 13-0 LA. Dodgers get the win. They're still 3 games back in the NL West. However, isn't it frustrating, guys? Let's be honest. Look, as much success as this team's had, it's just very frustrating to feel like we've had our chances over the last week. I mean, the Pirates went up there. They get a win off San Francisco. And you saw Houston go up there, and they get a win off San Francisco. So the Dodgers need to find a way to capitalize and start winning on games on nights where the Giants lose games, and just continue to play good quality baseball. And, I mean, that was a real opportunity. I mean, who would have saw that? Who would have seen that coming, especially coming off that Dodgers series? Pirates taking 2 of 3 from San Francisco in San Francisco. Yeah, but it's been really frustrating, but it's okay. Dodgers will be fine. Couple of things. Be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. And then also be sure to get geared up at gearup.la. We've got a discount going right now, so go get merched up. This is one of my favorite shirts, the I Glove LA. I know you're feeling this one. But before we head out, give me your predictions for the Astros series. How many games will the Dodgers win? And also, on the booze. Give me your predictions on that Astros series. If the Dodgers take 2 of 2, let me know. Giants most likely stay in first place. Jonathan Delgado. Let's. You can record this. This is forever. This is the internet, and I think the Dodgers win the NL West. I have no doubt in my mind they're still favorites to win the World Series. Both games from Fletcher. Astros sweep. That's from Fernando Tatis Jr. Dodgers winning both games from my man Anthony Keene. And F. Altuve chance. Yeah, that's a good point, Ari Swerdlow. They'll be lucky if it's just booze, because it's not, okay? There's going to be F. Altuve chance, F. Bregman chance. I mean, it is going to be ugly. I feel bad for the television guys that have to mute this audio all night. Are they going to pipe in fake boos and cheers just because you're going to watch a telecast and hear F Astros chants all night long? Because I'm telling you, it is going to be, this is years, not just months, years of frustration that Dodger fans are going to let out because the Dodgers were robbed of the 2017 World Series. But McCullers will be tough. Wednesday, yeah, good point. I mean, start Joe Kelly against the Asterisks. That's a great take right there. Start Joe Kelly. I would love to see it. It's going to be lit. Joe Kelly will have his presence felt, but like what happened early on in the year when that Bauer made that start against the Astros and he gave up the home run to Altuve, he was okay. He gave some bombs. Dodger offense was quiet that night. But unless you win, all the extracurricular stuff is not important at all. It's all about winning because this game is important. You're in an NL West race. You're in this tight pennant race. It's not about the theatrics of it. The Dodgers have to focus primarily on going out there and winning the baseball game. And if anything happens, if tensions flare, if stuff goes off, then so be it. But the most important thing is I don't care about any of this stuff but getting wins at this point in the season. But trust me, I am extremely here for all the trolling the Dodger fans have in store. I got some friends who are going to the game, and they've got some interesting things they're going to be doing, but I won't say it. But Don Kim, not just cheating a game, but arguably affected the lives and salaries of players of other teams. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you look at just how they sullied up the integrity of the game, and look, let's be honest, baseball is a sport that's been plagued by cheating for many years, not just years, decades, and dates all the way back to the Phillies way back in the day. Sign stealing has been a part of the culture of baseball for a long time. You got the steroid era, but it does not absolve them of any wrongdoing. They're a team that deserves all the boos they get. Belly needs a phantom injury. Yeah, Belly, that's something's going to be in the works with Cody Bellinger. I mean, he has 3 options left. They could send him down, try to rework that swing. But, yeah, I mean, I think you should shave the head. Just do anything, man. Change your game up, man. Shave your head, cut your hair off, do whatever you need to do. But find a way to get out of that funk. We should be a dynasty by now. Preach, my man Yossi. Pound for pound, Dodgers are off tomorrow, LOL. Yep, they are. To those going to the game Tuesday or Wednesday night, have a Dodger dog and mango cart ale and go Dodgers. Cheers. Yeah, I think tomorrow having a day off is going to be big too. I mean, going into that series, you're going to want to get that rest. You're going to want to further acclimate Max Scherzer, show him, the ins and outs of Dodger Stadium, even though he's been there a trillion times. But it's different. It hits different when you're wearing that Dodger blue and just kind of take a little emotional reset before this big week because this is just, look, I mean, it's not postseason baseball, but it's the closest thing to it when you're the Dodgers. But a couple of final takes here, guys, and then we're going to head out of here. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 2 strikes, swing for the fences. 1919 was a little cheat, LOL. Thank you. He needs a haircut. That will solve it all. I mean, telling you, baseball players are interesting creatures. You do one thing and you end a slump, and then it's all good after that, right? I got to go, Padres fan. Later, Fernando Tatis Jr. Hope you get better soon. I expect nothing from the we should be blaming you, still be blaming you, Darvish. I mean, he was tipping his pitches. They were stealing his signs too. But, yeah, I mean, look, that Game 7, I'm not saying the Dodgers, they still had a chance in Game 7 at home, but they should have won Game 5. CT3 is going to win NL MVP. That is the hottest take I've ever heard. I love it. Cody needs to dye his hair pink. We didn't demolish the Dbacks. We lost on Friday. I was talking only about today's game and where they won 13-0. Padres third place. When will Trey Turner be activated? He's going to be soon. It's tough. It's not as cut and dry as a normal injury with the COVID protocols and whatnot. But Ray Barcimia Dodgers are going to be first baseball dynasty since the Joe Torre-led Yankees 20 years ago when we win 3 of the next 4 World Series. Hopefully that happens. I would love to see that. It's going to be a lot of moving parts. We're going to see who the Dodgers end up committing to long-term when it comes to guys like Bellinger and Seager. Of course, Buehler, you're going to pay him no matter what, especially if he continues at the pace he's going now. But what will Turner's be? That's a good question. What do you guys think his number is going to be? We'll end on that, actually. Make sure my comments here. Bum, bum. 1 second, guys. Lost my comments. Oh, you go. Do you think we'll re-sign CT3? I think the Dodgers definitely will. I mean, like, you have to see how his season is gonna finish up, because at some point, I mean, this guy could really almost play himself out of a Dodger contract. I mean, but we'll see. I think that they're going to commit to him. I think maybe 5 years, $80 million, something in that range. Trade day going for number 23. That'd be sick. Shout out to Kirk Gibson, 14, and Eric Karros. Do you see this year's World Series being a 2017 rematch, Doug? Ryan, Orion, Montez. I think there's a good chance of it. I definitely think it's possible. If you saw last year, the Astros were very close when they lost to the Rays. Now the Rays, they lose their ace in Glass now. So 2 wins from Craig Osterberg, 69 from Ari Swerdlow, giggity. World Series this year will be a rematch of the 2017 or 2018. Yeah, I mean, it could be a rematch of the Red Sox. Can't count them out either. I mean, they got Schwarber too. It's pretty interesting. I would re-sign Trey. Yeah, re-sign Seager or Trey. To me, I would actually probably rather re-sign Trey and then sign Seager too, though. And definitely not. I mean, we'll see. It's so premature for this stuff. Or a 2018 rematch or 2020 rematch. I think that of all those, I think the 2021 is the least likeliest. But, you know, the Rays, man, they just always seem to win. Red Sox are fake. Feels good knowing Kershaw can rest his arm instead of pushing. That's another thing, too. You added more starting pitching depth. I don't think it will be a 2018 rematch from Ari Swerdlow. But thanks for rocking with this, guys. The best fans in the game. You guys know that. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Dmac_LA. That's at Dmac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel over at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. We just hit the 30,000 subscriber mark a couple days ago, thanks to you guys. So tell your friends about it. Tell all your Dodger people you know to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Hosted Tuesday. Thanks for another great show, D-Mac. Thanks a lot, my man, Anthony Keene, always repping. Love you, D-Mac. All right, Ghost Cat, I love you back. Jumbo Jacks for everyone. But, yep, guys, big week, big week, and we're going to be covering it from wall to wall here at Dodgers Nation. So get ready, get hype. It's going down. But see you guys Tuesday. Check in at the Blue Heaven. Be sure to watch the Blue Heaven podcast tomorrow. They'll be going live, Mr. Clint Pasillas and Mr. Brooks Smith. So rock with those dudes. It's going to be a good one on that one, too. So thanks again, guys. See you next time. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. A couple more comments here, and we'll head out. Thanks, D-Mac. See you, Doug. Dodgers all day. See you, D-Mac. D-Mac, go Blue. I might be at the Astros game on Wednesday. Thank you for all the great content. Thank you, Don Kim, for rocking with us, as always. But see you guys next time. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
What a catch by Dbacks. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis score. Urias. This is what an ace looks like.
And tagged out is Riley, a double play.